Hey guys, how's it going? My name is j-statik, this is Static Sessions, and today we're going to be talking about getting to know Ableton. Ableton is one of those programs where it's got endless amount of possibilities. It's to me, it's one of the best programs out there. From producing to even recording, even though I said it wasn't the best, but it still can record, to engineering, to even virtually DJing, meaning taking in songs, beat mapping them, putting it together, making a quick mix. So many DJs I know will make pre-made mixes on here, which they release as podcasts and whatnot. And it's honestly a great program to do it in. So what we're going to do right now quickly is dive in. Nothing too crazy, but just to give you guys an idea of why I love Ableton so much, we're just going to go and take a look at some of the places that I commonly go to and some of the key features. Quick little video and see if you guys like it. Usually what happens when you open up Ableton is you get this session view, which is opened up. I believe this is a session view. So you get to drop in clips really simply. You can drop them into these areas. You can press play. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but I don't know anything more than that on this area. I don't actually use this area very much. This is a lot for like live guys who, want to quickly throw in some samples via Ableton Push, call it a day, and they can go in and just hit some buttons and literally they're flying when it comes to the DJ sets, throwing in samples. Me though, hit tab, I'm in now the arrangement view. This is where I make songs, make music, record in vocals, do all that kind of stuff. So when you're looking at the arrangement view, you got a whole bunch of information which is over here. I'm going to talk about the stuff that I think is knowledge that you should know going into the arrangement view. So over here you got a quick tap button, really simple. Tap it, it'll change the BPM and it'll keep changing it. If you know what your BPM is, that's right beside it. You drop it in. We'll do a little round number of 90 just to call it a day. So going into the arrangement view, stuff you need to know. I'm going to hover over the stuff I don't think you need to know just because if I don't use it and I use this on a daily basis, I don't think you guys will be using it very often. But if you guys need to know that stuff, please drop some comments into the comment section. Let me know, and I'll go over further stuff into more of an advanced section if I need to. So looking up over here where my mouse is, that's your BPM. As soon as you know what song you're going to start, or what BPM you want to start your song off in, drop it in. We can start this at a nice whole little 90, or 903 in my case, but we'll drop it back down to 90. This is your bars and beats. Depending on the type of song you're doing, you might want to change that. 99% of the time, I would say 99.9% of the time, it's going to be 4/4, which means 4 beats for every bar. Over here you got your metronome, so as soon as you press play, it starts dropping your metronome at 90 beats per minute. Over here you also have a pre-roll, which is really cool. So if you want to start recording, you can set this pre-roll up to record and have 4 clicks before it actually starts recording, which is kind of cool, especially if you're doing some dry records and maybe you're just doing it on a click or some hi-hats or some drums with some minor keys, and you want your guy to come in right at the beginning of the song. It's an easy way to do it. Now, over here in this section, we'll switch over to the right-hand side. This is your layer section. So this is where you can drop in, rename what your layer is called. You have inputs and you got your outputs, where you want stuff to go in and out of. You got your track toggle on and off. So if there's a sound in here and you don't want to hear it, quickly toggle it off. Volume. You got your sends. Now your sends, usually you only have 2 when you start up Ableton. For me, I've got this template set up, and as a default, it's just got multiple reverbs, so I don't have to go into there and find them again. You got your solo, and you got toggle on and off for your your record arm. Over here, this is a really cool feature. It's a low percentage, but what it is your CPU percentage. It tells you how much of a load you have in your CPU, and I think it's a beautiful little switch because I've seen that go into my 50-60%, and my computer's dying at that point. Down here at the bottom, these last 4, before the master, you have your returns. Your returns are usually your bus effects, whether they're real-time reverbs to real-time delays, whatever you want to do through your sends. This is the return which shows you how your reverb is being affected and lets you hear the reverb. Really cool. And then you got your master, you got your outputs, you got your master volume, and then you got a click, which is right here, that little blue one, that's your click volume. And panning on your master if you, for whatever reason, decide you need it. I hope you really don't. And now if we switch over to the left hand side, my favorite section, which is really simple, plugins. So now if you've ever been searching for plugins and you have as many as I do, which is a stupid amount, I hate looking at these. So what I do, if I was to expand these, you don't have to expand them, you can honestly leave it up to here. If I know I'm looking for autotune and I can't find it, I can just type it in right at the top. Once you go down, it'll show you where it is. So right here, it'll show me that autotune exists. I can literally take it and drag it in. Now if I'm looking for, say, RVox from Waves, it'll show me Waves, bring it down, RVox is right there. Quick drag and drop search tools. I think it's beautiful to have that, and it's awesome. And now lastly, before we jump off into the end of this section, if you decide to drop in autotune onto a layer, obviously it shows up. Unlike other programs such as Pro Tools and all those places where you have inserts that would be at the top, our inserts are located at the bottom. So you'll see that autotune is right here for this layer. Super simple. As you keep dropping stuff onto it, they'll keep adding up and they'll keep joining into each other. As you need to open them up and down, click this little toolbox, little toolbar thing, wrench, whatever you want to call it. And as soon as you bring it back up, there it is right on top, and you can access that VST plugin. That's it. That's the basics of Ableton, and we're going to be going to some more in-depth stuff after this as well. But please make sure if you guys have any questions, please keep listing them in the comments so that I know what's going on. So please make sure you comment. Please make sure you like. Definitely hit that button, that little bell. You'll know when our future videos are coming up. And other than that, subscribe and look forward to some more videos.